Okay, folks, Andrew Bopros here. Well, I got some good news today. Khalil Mack is back. We just signed him literally just a few minutes ago. Normally, we shoot our videos a little bit later on in the day, but I wanted to get this out as soon as possible. I think it was just announced 30 minutes ago at the time of filming this video right now. So, plenty to talk about, guys. Pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. So, guys, let's get into it. Okay, folks, as always, like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. I'm Andrew Bopros. A lot of good information is going to be coming out this week. We're going to see how our team really is going to look. A lot of signings. People aren't signing on other teams very often in free agency this year. At least a lot of the big names, or I think some of the other names will fill in the gaps as we see. But I think a big part of the conversation was I think Myles Garrett was probably the big domino to fall on the edge market, right? So once Myles Garrett was signed, yesterday, I think everything else sort of came into line. Okay, this is where we're at. This is what we think we can make happen. Look, Myles Garrett's incredible. I think he's absolutely fantastic. Again, Chargers would love to have him. I think he's making a poor decision being on the Browns because I don't think the Browns are going anywhere anytime soon because of their horrible cap situation moving forward. But hey, he made his decision. It is what it is. So let's talk about the man of the hour. Khalil Mack re-signed with the Chargers. And I'm going to say this, it's an $18 million deal. Guys, I'm shocked. I fully expected it to be anywhere from 20 to maybe 22. Now, I promise you he could have made that much money somewhere else. If he'd gone to like the Lions or somewhere else, he chose to come back to the Chargers. I 100% promise you that. Again, he's 34 years old. Maybe some teams may have tried to lowball him or whatever, but man, he could have made more money. I'm gonna review the stats here with you right now. Before I go into the stats completely, I want to talk a little bit about him in general, right? Again, he's 34 years old, right, in the 2025 season, which in the NFL years is like ridiculous, especially for an edge rushing position, right? We can say what we want to say about Joey Bosa and his health concerns, but the reality is Khalil Mack is a bit of a freak of nature. Maybe that's a good nickname. We'll call him the freak. Anyways, I'm just saying he's absolutely incredible. Again, at the end of the season, I just want to recap what he said. I remember watching this live, and he was talking about a lot of different thoughts in his head right now. He wants to talk to his family. I can't really speak to a definitive decision in terms of what I'm going to do this next season, 2025 season. I don't know if I'm going to play football moving forward. I need to talk to my family, speak to my kids, and make some decisions. And I'm not going to try and make a rash decision after a loss, which we all know. I was there at the game with James, and James, we are no longer going to travel to a game just you and me. It's got to be all three Bolt Bros. We've got to be there because we tend to lose when it's just you and me. So anyhow, so my point is, look, I think he didn't want to make a rash decision. I know he's frustrated. Look, that's not how the season wanted to end, right? You know that, I know that, right? But very interesting situation. Again, they wanted to re-sign him. He had a 90.4 PFF grade last season. I think it was also third or fourth in the league in pressures as an edge rusher, which was absolutely amazing. I'm going to show the stats here in a second as well, too. But I want to recover a couple of other things. Mack also finished here with 39 tackles, 6 sacks, 9 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery, which is good enough to be named Pro Bowl for a 9th time in his career. Now, again, Joey Bosa was 5 times in his career. So, again, had a great year, right? And you could say, well, sacks were down, yada, yada, whatever. But here's the reality, though. Pressures are just as important. And especially in Jesse Minter's defense, right? It is really important. It's block destruction. They talk about that all the time. Khalil Mack is very good at setting the edge. They don't run to his side very often. The man is a freak of nature. You know that. I know that. Hell, he knows that. But this is just a breakdown of where we were on the edge rushing position last season. I thought it was pretty interesting to look at these numbers. Khalil Mack, 90.4. Pretty amazing. Tuli Tuipulotu, 66.6. Joey Bosa, 63.9. Bud Dupree, 47.1. Now, Bud Dupree, we're going to talk a little more about him in a second, too. We do have him for one more year. But I'll say this. Tuli and Joey, Tuli's definitely ready to make the next step. Now, I would argue that I think Tuli really was a little lower, largely because he wasn't on the field all the time. They were rotating through players. They have 4 edge rushers. I think moving forward, the decision's going to be, okay, is Thule ready for the next step? I think the answer is yes. So let's talk a little more about Thule. Let's just bring his slide up. I think Thule is ready 100% for the next step in his career. I think he had 8.5 sacks, if I remember correctly. Uh, Leave a comment down below if I'm right or wrong on that. But the reality is Thule is ready to be the guy next to Khalil Mack, right? And the main edge rusher 1s and 2s, right? And then we still have Bud Dupree as the third edge rusher. Thule definitely is ready. He's moving into his third year. He's done a great job. He actually does a great job also at setting the edge, and he's very good at sideline to sideline coverage, right? So if the running back is running at the edge, he will run him down. Thule is ready for the next step. Now, I think it really brings down to the next. So I'm excited to see what this young man can do. Again, it's a 1-year deal with Khalil Mack. We got him for one more year. I don't know if he's going to play another year. Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. But Thule's ready for that next step. I think it's good. Now, Bud Dupree. I also think Bud Dupree, again, he's at the twilight of his career, much like a Khalil Mack, but Khalil Mack is still playing at a very high level. Bud Dupree is, he's there. He is more of a specialist for very specific type of formations, right? So, look, don't expect him to do a ton, but my question to you, is he the best third, edge rushing option for the Chargers? Well, right now, of course, yes. Again, I do feel like his numbers were down a little bit, largely because of the fact that he was, really rotated in and out, right? It's a little tough to really be very successful when you're rotated in and out a lot, but they wanted to keep bodies fresh, and that's what the Chargers do on the defensive line specifically. So I like him. He's a very cheap contract. I think, let me look it up here real quick as I'm chatting with you. Yeah, $36.25 million is his cap number. If we were to release him, we would save around $3 million. And guys, we did just finally, I will say this. I think he's worth that amount of money. What do you think? Should we release Bud Dupree? I personally think, I think edge rushers are at a premium. $36.25 million is totally worth keeping. Now, so again, we got Khalil Mack, we got Thule Pelotu, and we got Bud Dupree. Now, I'm going to make it a little unpopular statement here today. Now, Joey Bosa, I know. Please do not send me a pipe bomb in my mail. I'm just saying we're already paying Joey Bosa $11 million now. What if we could get Joe Ortiz to sit him down and say, hey, look, man, we'll pay you $5 million this next year, guaranteed. So he'll be making $16 million. Guys, is that worth it to be the fourth edge rusher? Actually, even really, he'd probably be the third edge rusher, and then Bud Dupree would be the fourth. What do you think, guys? $5 million on top of what he's already getting paid. Now, I'm going to say this, period, point blank. If the fact that Khalil Mack came back means I do think there's a chance that Joey Bosa comes back, because Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are very good friends, and they're very tight friends. But a 1-year prove-it deal, you listen to Ben Herbert, you do absolutely everything that we ask you to do. We're going to get your body 100% right. This is an opportunity for you to come back and show the NFL that you're not washed out. Look, I'm telling you, again, he's already getting paid $11 million guaranteed from the Chargers right now. You restructure his contract, give him a 1-year prove-it deal. What do you guys think? I just think that is a big part of the conversation that could happen. Again, they've already said that, the door is not completely closed at this point as well, too. So, again, Joe Ortiz is a very good negotiator. I think bottom line, and again, not even Joe Ortiz, Jim Harbaugh. People like Jim Harbaugh, and they want to play for Jim Harbaugh. And if Joe Ortiz can make it work a little bit financially, all right, $5 million guaranteed or whatever, and bring him back, makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm going to talk about a couple other people real quick before I wrap up this video. Again, I am just so excited that Khalil Mack is back. I actually had the feeling he was going to be coming back. The question was, did he want to get more money somewhere else? I think he realizes this team has an opportunity to go deep. So there's two other people on the defense that I think we need to bring back too, Poona Ford and Teair Tart. I promise you right now, both of those people have dollars in front of them. The question is, and again, and going back to Khalil Mack could have made more money somewhere else. I promise you he could have made more money somewhere else. The question is, will Poona Ford and Teair Tart take a team-friendly contract, or will they go take a non-team-friendly contract and go to another organization. It's not non-team friendly. Go to another organization. They're going to get their bags. Tear Tart, we're going to find out what kind of guy he is, right? Is he going to come back and play for a team that he thinks can potentially win a Super Bowl, or does he want his bags? Poona Ford, I know a lot of people really like Poona Ford. He's done a great job, and people think that he could be a very high pick. We got even Morgan Fox as well, too. Morgan Fox is out there as well, too. So I'm very curious to see how those three play out moving forward. Again, Jim Harbaugh and George Ortiz have said they'd like to have everybody back. I actually really believe that they believe that. I think with the amount of money we have, we could make a lot of that happen. But again, it's going to be exciting. These next few days are going to be very exciting. We're going to see a lot of things happen, a lot of movements happen. And I'm a little bit surprised the Chargers haven't made more moves, quite frankly. But I think this week is going to be it's going to be very interesting. So plenty of content coming up, guys. And again, kudos. Khalil Mack is back. I'm super excited. We'll see what else happens, guys. As always, Andrew Bopros. See you guys in the next one.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go.
Charged up, Bolt Bros on the night.